Hi there, I'm the Utopian trainer. I've got a confession for you. I don't know what kind of utopia I want to have. I don't know utopian societies I want to have. Now, why am I saying this? Well, I was doing a workshop a week last Saturday with the European Solidarity Corps Comeback event in Germany, and I'd got my group to evaluate the ideas of like an eco-pesh, namely that of the 20-hour working week, and that this being linked to a degrowth economy and sharing skills. That was one thing, and also universal basic services, universal basic income. And then spontaneously, seen as the conversation was going in the direction of what the picture we have of government, the role of the state, the view we have, perception we have of like people, individuals, whether they are selfish or not, I spontaneously asked the question, so if we were to have these policies, do you think people would go along with them? And everyone did. But then someone said, but Ian, you're the Utopian trainer, what do you think? And I was like, I don't know what I think, because I, as a trainer, I'll tell the truth, I don't pay a lot of thought to what kind of society I want to have, which maybe sounds strange for the Utopian trainer to say. But the thing is that I'm a trainer when it comes down to it. And my aim is pedagogy, and my aim is to enable people to think for themselves, to come up with kind of policies and strategies and ideas and lifestyles that they themselves come up with. And this is where I pay my attention, my energy. You know, as you may hear, I have children, I am busy, I've been very busy lately with new work which has been coming my way. For example, COVID this year, the lockdown has really affected my work abilities. So also even before then, my attention has been paid more towards enabling people to think for themselves and not so much my own actual ideas, which I think is a good thing, good approach to have. I don't see my job as like convincing people to have certain opinions, but rather to ask questions that enable them to formulate opinions. And this does involve like throwing information at them, throwing them ideas at them, whether the concepts I already just mentioned or like democratic confederalism, or some kind of like highly automated, fully automated societies, whatever. I don't know what I think about each of these things myself. I don't want to be attached to, I want people to think like this, I want people to think like that. Rather, I see my aim as a trainer to emancipate them from, I do believe that we are curtailed in our imagination. This is like one, obviously I have some kind of founding principle upon this whole endeavor that I'm doing. Emancipating people to think for themselves, to go beyond kind of standard ways of thinking. This is it, really. This is what I'm trying to do. And there's different methods I'm using for this, whether it's like political analysis, economic analysis, but also I haven't started yet, but I'm going to be doing an instructor course, which enables me to be doing sommer breath techniques, doing trainings with this. And something I've done for myself this year, and it's very emancipatory for me. This is something I'm going to be getting into, but this isn't about let's get people to go in a certain direction. No. However, sometimes I find that the utopian pedagogy requires the formulation of certain questions, and the formulation of questions, the forming of questions can be interpreted as having a specific political message which is behind this. The way I like to understand this is, if you start questioning gender roles and you start questioning whether anything which is connected to gender roles should be like this, or whether this is a natural state or something which society has constructed, then some people interpret this as that, you want everyone to change their mind and be gay, you want everyone to change their sex. All kinds of strange ideas will come to people's thought because the forming of a question can be associated with the simply wanting to push someone in a certain direction. No, that's not happening. You know that, you viewer. So it's exactly the same with the other themes that I'm doing. But some of these questions maybe do involve challenging some deep set beliefs that you have, and also like any kind of self-limiting also beliefs that you have, not just self-limiting, but also society limiting beliefs that we have. So I think in order to be the utopian trainer, I have to push about certain issues. And I'm not alone in doing this. There's the whole question whether, if we want to have the planet that we have, is this compatible with the assumption that economic growth is good. Yeah? And if not, what kind of society, what kind of economical model should we be having? So I'm asking this question. I'm not saying I think we should have this as a utopian trainer, no, but I'm forming the question. I'm leaving it to you to how you to deal with that. Or, I mean, let's say, if we do want a social state where people are supported when it's needed from the cradle to the grave, if you want this, maybe you don't, but if you do want this, is this compatible with, say, the individual responsibility? Is this compatible with the value of competition? Or if we want that people, like poverty is avoided and the people who need support can get it, should we look for societal models for dealing with this or individual models such as the universal basic income? Yeah? And also like what's best for children? What is best for their development? Is it through being looked after by trained personnel or by spending more time with family and other carers? These kind of questions. We can look into analysis, we can discuss the twos and fro's, but me as the utopian trainer is not saying this is what I think we should be doing. And another issue that's relevant here, and if you consider the rise of so-called populism like all over the place, is that I believe that we need to deal with the economy, we need to deal with the issue of class and class identity, and this is often a theme which is neglected. So we need to, when I'm believing the issue of class, this calls into question the class society, which is existent in all over the world, no matter where you are. So sometimes by raising the issue of class, this has been seen, I want to push society in a certain direction. I'm using my pedagogical aims to do this. I have my own political beliefs, of course, but me as the trainer, I am just simply raising the issue of class, raising the issue of classism, raising the issue of poverty, raising the issue of prejudice with regards to this, because I believe these are themes we need to be then dealing with. But it isn't like I want a certain economical policy to happen, because as I say, I'm putting my endeavors towards pedagogy and thinking, how can I get people to reflect? How can I get people to link up with other people in order to think about these issues? So this is what utopian pedagogy is. So because of that, I don't really know what kind of utopian society I want to have. I'm filling myself with all of these kind of ideas in order that I can then think, and I think this is what I'm good at. In fact, I've been shown to be good at this in different fields, whether it's like history or even art, is that I ingest information and then I think about how to transmit it in a way which is understandable by others and other people to come to their own decisions about this. This is what utopian pedagogy is. So therefore, don't ask me necessarily for solutions, but ask me about pedagogy, because this is the thing I'm in. So I'd like to invite you to be part of this. I mean, a number of you are doing this. One colleague of mine was saying he was getting his group within the theme of the issue of solidarity within the European Solidarity Corps to look at the Green New Deal. But what I want, my aim is, this is my big aim that I've recently formulated, is to be part of this utopian pedagogy. And this utopian pedagogy doesn't just, it involves getting people to think about the kind of societies we want to be having at a societal level as well as individual, but not just thinking regional and local and individual, but also thinking societal and global, thinking of abstract visions, thinking about dealing with abstract themes like economics, not just the concrete and personal. My aim with this, and this is a call out to you, whether you're a trainer or whatever, I would like that we do this, not just amongst trainers and also other groups we may be connected to, such as NGO activists, not just in terms of individually concerned people, not just in terms of, say, voluntary service, people who are chosen to be socially active and learn English or whatever, but also I want that we can do this utopian pedagogy among, say, trade union members, among people, activists within political movements and parties, to be involved also with people who are in the whole self-care industry, which is like a massive thing. whether they're like yoga teachers, mindfulness, whether people are like intercultural trainers, intercultural workers. I want that we all bring all these people together and think, what kind of societies we want to have? What are the visions that we have? What are the horizons that we have in each of these areas? Because I believe that by sharing our skills, we can really achieve something good, and we can achieve something called hegemony. We can put a push in society. We can do this better when we work together rather than working in our own individual fields. So anyway, I like to limit my videos to 10 minutes. So be part of this. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing healthy. And I will look forward to hearing from you. Please write your impressions in the comment underneath, or any questions or any comments. So bye, everyone.